Ready?
Yep.
All right. First off, welcome back to a new video. Today we have the newest colorway of the ROWLEY XLTs. I think the first colorway of 2024, right?
It is 2024.
I haven't seen it. Well, black, red.
We
We didn't get that one. There
saw
was
some comments on
was
that.
that? I don't know. It might have came out 2024, it might have come out 2023. I can't remember. But this is like probably one of the most sought after colors. It's definitely for me. This is my second favorite colorway of the ROWLEY XLT. And I'm so glad to finally be able to get this. I have a pair of the original ones somewhere in here. I just put them in a random shoebox and now I don't know which one it is. I wanted to go over a few details with this shoe because they did change the actual shoe itself. Like the style and everything is the same, but the thickness, tongue, stuff like that's different. I wanted to go over those changes because it does affect sizing as well. So the Dime XLT, if you got this pair, you knew that you had to go like half up. I wear a 9 in all Volk Vans, especially like slip-on stuff like that. I wear a 9.5 in most other shoes, or a 10. I got a 10 in these. I went full up from my smallest Van size that I wear, and it's comfortable. Still a tiny bit of room in nose, like I could skate in a 10. These, I went with a 9.5. So I went down a little bit. I don't know if it has to do with the leather, whatever material this is. I think that's what it is, because when this shoe colorway came out, I ordered a 10 in it, and it fit bigger than the Dime did. So I should have went 9.5 in this colorway. So I did that with this one whenever I saw it come out. I also ordered a 10, but I'll be giving that to Brandon because I've been wearing a shoe for about 2 days now, and the 9.5 is perfect. The 10 is just gonna be too big for me. The few changes that they did do are all in the poofiness of the shoe. They slimmed it down a little bit. So it's thinner around the collar, and the biggest notable change for me is the shape and thickness of the tongue. As you can tell, the original design is very thick tongue, goes straight across, doesn't curve at all. The new one is a little slimmer, and it actually contours around your foot, which hinders that pop out, which is my favorite thing about shoes. Like, I like when the tongue pops out, you know. I don't know, it's just something that I've always loved. So it doesn't allow that as much. After, like, at first, it kind of annoyed me, but after wearing them around, my pants still sit behind the tongue and everything like I like, and so it's still a very good shoe. I still like it. I'm still undecided. I might actually like the new design better than the previous one that they were doing. One of the things that I did want to point out though is this is an original XLT. You can tell by the color fading so bad already, but the thickness is correct. They got that down packed. So the original XLT was this thick. These new ones, like this Dime, they just made it overly thick. I don't know if it was intentional because they wanted it that way, or if that's just the way they thought that the shoe was. They seem to have got it down packed with this one. The only difference now is that the tongue, they had correct. And so they just slimmed the tongue down somewhat as compared to the original one. Just I think. Yeah, it's not much slimmer. The biggest issue though is, like, you can tell already, this tongue is going to curve around your foot. This one's going to go straight across, be a little bit more prominent. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not.
it looks like they, the Dime here, it's like they have the same width here,
Yeah.
but they just slim the sides down.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's one of the things, like, yeah, you guys already probably know from me mentioning in other videos, thickness of shoes aren't my thing. I don't like old shoes because they're big. I like old shoes because of designs. And so I actually love the fact that this is now a little bit slimmer, because from what I remember they were slimmer, you know, obviously from the old shoe right there. This one, you know, I absolutely love this colorway. I'll wear this thing to the day I die as long as I can. It is kind of annoying to see how thick it is, just because I never remembered it being that thick, because it wasn't. It doesn't matter. It's the navy ROWLEY XLT, the absolute best color. I'm gonna wear it. Doesn't matter how thick it is. And I'm not mad at that thickness, but I would prefer this probably, honestly. What was it, 2 minutes ago? I said I don't know which one I prefer more. I've already made up my decision.
That's it.
Didn't take that long. This is like one of my favorite colorways just because of memories. Like I had the navy. The navy is my favorite colorway, but that's because that's the one I had. I mean, looking back now, I have a photo of all the old colorways. Remind me to send that to you so you can post it in this video so people can see it. All right. And still looking back, I would pick the navy over everything. And even with my nostalgia aside, but this one, I remember the first time I saw this colorway, I bought my navy ones, loved them to death, told my buddy about them, and it's a rich friend of mine. He had like this huge house, and they had like this giant warehouse outside. They had full racing go-karts because him and his brother was like a year older, they both raced go-karts and everything, and they both skated. And I was telling him about the XLT, how much I loved it. We were at school one day, and I forgot, we were talking about doing dark slides, like trying to learn dark slides. If you know Rodney Mullen, dark slides, foot on the nose, foot on the tail, flicks out. Rally, foot on the tail, foot in the middle of the board by the trucks.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so we were getting in a discussion about that, whatnot. I was like, telling him one day, I thought I figured out dark slides. He was like, come over, we'll sleep over at my house, you can show me how to do them. I go over there. Dude, that was a very long intro to talking about the shoe. So, dude has got these on. Didn't tell me that he had them already. And I was just like, my mind was blown. Because here I am thinking like I have the best like skate shoe in the world on my feet in the best colorway possible. And then I saw this one and I was like, God, man, did I make the wrong decision? Like, because it looked better at that time to me. But then the funny thing is like shortly after skating that day, I could tell that I made the right decision, because if you guys skate and you skate white shoes, you already know that they become hideous after one day of skating. It's because it shows every little bit of like tear that you've done to the shoe versus a navy one. It just blends in. You can barely notice it. I mean, you can, but you know, you got to get close. Ever since then, I have wanted this. I was like too poor back then to be like, oh, I'll just get two colorways of a shoe, you know? So now's my time to shine. I got this. They're out now through, it was Impact Skate Shop, but they're sold out. I just looked last night whenever I was trying to find another 9.5.
Damn.
Skate Warehouse has some, but they're down to the very smallest sizes now. Don't fret, because the actual release of these has not happened yet. Somehow 2 shops got them early and were able to sell them. I don't know when the general release is. Honestly, I don't even know if there is a general release necessarily, but I'm at least 90% sure Vans isn't going to just send these out to 2 shops and that's it. So
right.
They should be out there in the wild eventually. I'll keep an eye out. Definitely do get these if you get a chance, because the Rowleys XLTs have been kind of limited, it seems like, and they do sell out. It's not like immediate, but they do sell out. You can't get the dimes at all except for from a reseller. The white navies are pretty much, I think they're sold out all across the board too, because I've tried to find those in a 9.5 and been unsuccessful. The only ones that you can find are the maroon pair, the green pair, which I didn't really like those colorways. They're very plain. Solid maroon and then like a solid green. Like, I don't know. I didn't like it. The black pair that just came out not too long ago, that one's still available some places. They're moving off the shelves pretty quick, so you got to be kind of fast. But definitely with these, I would say stick to your normal Vans size. I'd imagine. Like I said, I wear a 9 in all Volks. Slip-ons, the Eras, whatever it'll be. I wear a 9 in those. I wear a 9.5 in most general shoes, and that's what I went with this pair. I really think it's just material choice is what changes the shape or the size of it, because this nubuck, I believe, just fits bigger. The leather fits more true, if that makes sense. It's so tight. Like, I've had this for 2 days and I still like love looking at this shoe.
It's so clean.
Yeah, it's just this shoe came out in the time shift of tech shoes to basic shoes, and this shoe encompasses the best of both worlds all into one little fucking shoe. This thing was absolutely light. It was like the lightest skate shoe that ever came out at the time, from what I remember. It is a plain looking shoe at first glance. You know, it looks pretty simple, but then the more you look at the shoe, the more details you see, and that's the thing that I absolutely love about this. It's just like this little bitty hard rubber plastic piece right here that helps keep the upper shape up there and keep it from, like, you know, flexing over and whatnot. That they got, this is like one of my little favorite details, the little eyelets at the main ollie area. Instead of just putting in a hard plastic round piece that would protrude the laces out and get them to blow out immediately, they shaved it down a little bit, made a little inset, I guess, and so it allowed the laces to sit more flush, and then this little outer plastic ring right here kind of pops out a little bit, so it, in theory, would block the laces from getting shredded. It didn't work. They blow out immediately. But it's like, it's just cool that they actually tried to do that. That's what I love about this shoe. It is very basic, yet very, very complex. This thing is amazing. Vans and Rowley knocked it out of the park with this shoe. Mm-hmm. It was, from my knowledge, very successful because they went on to do the XLT2s, XLT3s, and like kept going on. A lot of people prefer the XLT2s, which blows my mind. Like, that shoe, to me, just is a shoe. You know, like, this is a masterpiece. I don't get it, but also it's one of those things where it's probably the fact that that was the one that they had as their first, like, Rowley XLT shoe. So, of course they're going to love that one more, you know? But yeah. Is there anything else we need to go over?
I don't know, just overall, it's a really great design.
Yeah.
Like, even the small details, like this little gray piece here.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't really need that, but it looks good.
Yeah, it just, it makes it
extra
pop a
little
little
flare,
bit more. Yeah, I was thinking about that on the toe right there too. Yeah, it's just an amazing shoe, man. God, they really killed it with this.
Mm-hmm. And I know on these, like the 66.99 is, what do you call it, embossed or whatever. You can't see it.
Yeah,
but there you can.
Yeah, they actually make
and
it pop out.
Like it.
And the 66.99, as I've mentioned before, 66 is the year Brandon's mom was born, and 99 is the year that I first did it. Yeah.
65.
It was December. 66 is the date that Vans was created. 99 was the year that Rowley got on board. I don't know how. What they do? Sit in a boardroom and go, let's think of a cool thing to put on a shoe. Oh, what's a cool thing? You know, like when were we created? Like, I don't know how they went about coming up. Like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Rowley was sitting there thinking about shit and was like, oh, that's fucking cool. You know, like I would never think that. If I got a shoe deal with somebody, the last thing I would think is be like, they were created in 66. What year is it? Oh, it's 99. You know, oh, that's kind of cool. But it is. Like, I don't know how they come up with crap like that. That's one of my favorite things to do is try to, like, think about how stuff was started. And that one just, I have no explanation. Rowley just must be creative. But yeah, the Vans Rowley XLT, white, gray, yellow, my second favorite colorway. And honestly, probably going to be my favorite shoe of the year. The Dime collab won last year's. But also, last year's rules were set as shoes that came out in that year, not colorways.
Right.
So technically, can't win.
Oh, yeah.
Or can it? We can change the rules.
We'll see.
Yeah. We are the power. Who knows? Anyways, again, guys, thank y'all for liking, watching, commenting, subscribing. Tune in next time for more cool shit or dumb shit. We don't know yet. We'll see what we got in store. Put these puppies on feet and go.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do the live stream stuff, and they're gonna rearrange this room a little bit.
Oh yeah. We got shelves. So I can access shit that is at the bottom that I haven't been able to touch in years. So we'll go through. I'm gonna set up the shelves, and then we're gonna literally have to pull out all of this except for all of DC over there and DC and S stuff over here because they're already on the shelves that I got. So the whole middle section is going to come out. We're going to go through all the boxes, see what all's inside each one of them because I have random shoes in random boxes. You see all these new DC boxes and you assume that's all reissues? Nah, there's like old shoes inside most of those boxes. And I don't remember what I have, so we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do a live stream. You guys can sit here with us and watch us unbox all this crap and see what's in there, and probably talk about it, and hopefully have it all organized when we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Peace out, guys.